Hello there. Welcome back to Dis-Cember. I'm Scotty. You're not. And today is TV Tuesday. The movie's starting over again. So I'll turn that off. And that means we're talking about movies from that were aired on TV like I'm just making sure that's what it was supposed to be. I have the picture, so they're on TV, whether it was Disney Channel original movies or aired on the wonderful Walt Disney and ABC. And we are talking about Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie, which is connected to the TV show of the same name. Wow, did I have issues with this movie. Wow, there was just so much wrong with the decisions made in this movie. Oh. I don't know. Like, we go heading towards the end of this movie, without spoiling right now, and they're presented with, oh, we have to undo this spell. That's what they have to do. They have to go off after this MacGuffin to do it. Someone steals the MacGuffin, and then they're like, okay, so what do we do? Go after the people that have the MacGuffin! But no, they decide we must do this. Only way we could do this is do this. It's just a tactic to tack on 15 more minutes of movie so that we can make this at least an hour and a half so we can put it on TV and make it 2 hours of commercials. It's really all it was. So, if you don't know the premise of the TV series, I'll give you a little plot crunch. Alex, Justin, and Max are 3 wizards in training. Once they come of age, which Justin's going to come of age before all of them, but I don't know. They will have a wizard competition, and the winner will get full wizard powers. The losers will get bug kiss. And yeah, so Jerry, their dad, played by David DeLuise, son of the great Dom DeLuise, Itchy. I am. But no, Itchy from, he's done lots of voices, but I mainly remember him as Itchy from All Dogs Go to Heaven. He was also in, what about down running? And I can't be done. We got a long way to go and a short time to get there. Smokey and the Bandit. Smokey und the Bandit 3. Smokey is the Bandit. No, Smokey and the Bandit. He was 2. He was a Smokey and the Bandit 2. The one with the elephant. Kaka. That's the one I remember watching most of the time is that one. It was on TV. Put that on the list of sequels I saw before the original. I did see the original later, but I need to review those. They need to be in a list somewhere. So the son of the late Dom DeLuise, he won the full wizard tournament, the full wizard, the wizard competition. But he gave up his powers to his younger brother Kelbo. Yes, that is the name. So that he could be with his future wife and they have kids, and that's the whole thing. Is that they're going on a tropical vacation because when you want to make a movie about a Disney Channel original movie, but not actually make it about the show you're doing, you're making a movie about a Disney Channel show, but not want to actually make it about the show. You just go on a random vacation. Even Steven's movie, this one, Lizzie McGuire, they all have, we're going to make a movie about these. Even Hannah Montana. All these movies about the TV show, and they decided, we're going to take these shows. We're going to take these characters from the show that you love and put them in a completely different place that you do not know, or not connected to anything. So Hannah Montana goes to Tennessee or whatever. Lizzie McGuire goes to Rome. Even people go to some tropical island, and we are going to the Caribbean. in this movie. Wow. That is a streak of writing like, hey, let's make him an excuse to go on a vacation. Pretty much. I mean, Sabrina the Teenage Witch did it first, but those were contractual obligated films that Melissa Joan Hart had to do. And yeah, there was the same format where they really only Sabrina, Salem, and maybe a cameo from the Ants. That's it. So, like, could I count those? I just thought of that. They were hired on ABC, but they're not. It's not owned by ABC. It's owned by CBS Viacom. So I don't know. It aired on ABC, which wonderful. I could have counted those. Too late now. I have the whole schedule drawn out. I haven't really talked about that show much. Anyway, so yeah, we're going on a vacation to the Caribbean, and so we have Alex is not going on the vacation, or at least not yet. Like, for right now, she's not. She's gonna go stay with Harper and her family. Which, I don't know when this takes place, because at some point, Harper lives with the Russos. I'm guessing this is before that. So, I don't know. So this has to be before season 4 then. Maybe season 2, 3. It's 2009. Season 3, I guess, because it's 2007, 2008, 2009. Maybe between seasons 2 and 3 then? I don't know. The continuity is weird with this. And she's not allowed to go to a party. We come to the first problem I have. So she's told she's not allowed to leave the substation. She's not allowed to leave the house at all. So her solution is to enchant or charm the subway car that's in their restaurant, which is, I guess, made from an actual subway station? That's not what the show implied, because at one point it was supposed to be based off space. And it's in the same building when they do that. So, I don't know. But apparently it's in an actual, well, then it's magic that's being used. But anyway, she's still violating the rules because she's in the subway train, but it left the building. So she left the house saying, oh, but I didn't leave the subway car. Doesn't matter. You still left the house. That being said, I'm on Alex's side up until her decision at the end of the film. I'm on her side because this is not the mom from the show. They wrote Teresa. They did her bad in this movie. They wrote her as a terrible parent. You know, like when you go to Walmart and there's 2 different sets of parents there. There's the one that will stand there looking at the shelves while their kid just will not shut the fuck up screaming bloody murder. And they just sit there while the kid's going, and they're just and you want to yell at them, do something about this kid. But they just stand there. And there's the other one. And no matter what the child asks for, it's not, no, I'm sorry, sweetie, we can't afford it. No. It's, no. Well, I'm going to have, no. They are worse than the kids at this point. Every single thing. No, you're not getting that. It's like, why can't you be nice about it? And I get some people like, well, if they keep on asking, sometimes you have to give a dog a bone every once in a while. Oh, well, if we give it to him, then keep asking. You gotta lay down some ground rules. Teresa is acting like the latter. Every single thing is no. No. Every single thing is no with her. And she becomes this sort of Nazi parent, for lack of a better term, where it's like, she's got a firm grip on everything, and everything has to be by her rules. That's not the character from the show. They wrote her this way so that it as a plot convenience, so that everything can fall in line with the way they want it to go in the movie. She is not like this. Sure, she's not completely on board with the use of magic in the show, but she's not completely like, you have to give me all your wants, you cannot do this, you cannot do that. No, 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 no. Like, nothing. Like, they're going on a vacation, and she's treating it like it's a school trip, and you have to do everything she says on her itinerary. No ifs, ands, or buts. It's on a school itinerary, we have to do that. You can't do what you want. It's a vacation, not a planned school trip. Right? And yes, you may be saying, but Scotty, Alex got in trouble. Fair enough. But still, it's not just Alex. Nobody can do anything they want. The kids want to relax. Like you do. You know, Alex wants to go relax. Justin wants to visit some wizard ruins. And Max wants to do whatever Max does. But Teresa's like, no, we're doing what I wanted. That's not how she is on the show. They wrote her completely anal, for lack of a better term, so that it could fit the plot of this movie, where Alex has enough and makes the wish that her parents never met, because this is the place where they met, apparently, and fell in love. Yes. They also meet this former wizard, played by Steve Valentine, who I'm just going to call him Derek Jupiter. No, I'm just going to call him Wizard Guy, because I don't remember his name. Wizard Guy. They meet him. He was a wizard, but he lost his family wizard competition to his brother. And so he's not a wizard anymore, but his bird pal used to be a woman, and he wants to reverse it, so he wants them to help him find the Stone of Dreams. But they're like, no, sorry, can't help you. Too bad though. Basically, Alex gets to pick what they want to do this time, and they're going to go supporting. So she wants to go to this party with this guy. And I get it. As a parent, I get it. Strange guy, strange place. Sure. So here's what you do. You say, you can go to the party, but you got to take your brothers with you. And I'm pretty sure first she'd argue, but it's like, if that's the only way you're going to the party, okay, fine. Boom. But instead, anal Teresa here, no. You can do what I want to do. Oh, you are so not doing that. This is how she does it. It's just like, why is she written this way? This is not how the character is. She's more the character from the show when she doesn't know what's going on after the spell is cast. She's more like the character from the show because she doesn't have to be written like an anal bitch. Because she no longer has to be like that. Yeah. So they establish, only in this movie, by the way, that there's a special wand and a special book that you get when you're a full wizard. We never see this after this movie, by the way. And so Justin has the book, he's allowed to, and she has the wand to take on a trip. And proof that Max is going to be just fine if he doesn't win, that he does nothing magical here. He's eating junk food and reading comic books. And I'm like, why does Max even need to be involved in this? And I know they're required to do this, but, you know, if Max doesn't win, and there are points where he's like, hey, what about me? I could do, you know, and I would have loved, I know spoilers on who win, but I would have loved if Max was just like, oh, it's Max. What? But no, like, he would be fine if he lost the competition. He's going to be fine if he loses. Because he's the most normal of them anyway. It's usually about the other two anyway. Yeah. She accidentally causes cast a spell. She goes in to cast another spell, and the mom catches on way too fucking quick and gets to the hotel room way too quick. Because Alex just gets in there and starts to cast a spell, and the mom shows up. Which means she would have been basically right behind her walking. That's how fast it is she gets there. That's bullshit. And again, they need to write it like this so she gets in trouble and cast this spell. I wish you guys never met. And here's the biggest problem of the movie. So, because this happened, they decide, oh, we have to find a way to reverse it. No, you don't. Let me explain. And thinking about this earlier, I realized Back to the Future would work the same way. Alex cast the spell. So they said everyone's going to start forgetting things and they're going to disappear. Let the spell run its course. Because as soon as Alex disappears, it should, in theory, revert back to the way it was. Because if Alex was never born, she couldn't cast a spell, and thus, paradox, it reverts back to where it was. Dun dun! Right? Logically, it would create a paradox, but in TV show land, it would just reverse. And if this was a plot of a half-hour TV show, they wouldn't figure out a way to reverse it. It would work that way, but this is a movie. So don't ask about stretching out the runtime, because there's so much bullshit. So they go to the wizard guy, who, by the way, shouldn't remember them, because nobody else does. Nobody else is going, oh, hey, yeah, those are your kids, or those are your parents. No, the kids remember, and because it's a plot point, Steve Valentine's wizard guy also has to remember them, though nobody else does. The parents don't remember them. Nobody else remembers. Nobody else points out, hey, what happened to your kids? Oh, hey, where are your parents? You know. I think Javier even remembers her. Because he asked about the party, and she goes, no, I can't go. So he even remembers her. But those are the only ones. Why? Like, no one else acts. Like, Jerry's hitting on waitresses, and they should say, well, what about your wife? Because he would have seen them with they would have seen him with the family together. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. But we have to have Steve Valentine in this to lead them to find the stone. And so they find this thing where it says you have to be pure of heart. Alex is the one that gets the path to show itself. And they make an excuse. They're like, oh, well, it's because Justin wanted not only to find the thing, but he wanted to be credited for doing it. He was being selfish. Alex is the most selfish person on this. She has proved it. She cares only about herself in this movie. But again, I'm on her side because this mom is so fucking anal that it pisses me off having a parent like this. And like there is so much in this that's just to draw, because like they go through the woods and immediately he falls in quicksand. Why is that here? They create a rock bridge, or not yet. They have to find someone, the person who knows the least, and we literally waste time on her trying because she doesn't speak Spanish. Bullshit. Well, Alex doesn't. Justin does, but yet common sense can exist because we need to stretch this out to an hour and a half. You get what I mean? She's trying to communicate to these people speaking Spanish, and she doesn't know Spanish. She tries to put subtitles, and they just end up making fun of her. And I'm like, why not just bring Justin over to translate the Spanish? He can speak Spanish. But instead, it's a little girl who shows them the way to this cave. And then they use magic to create this bridge. Or Justin used magic to create this bridge. Cool. Walk across it. Alex throws a stone. It falls. So they then have to do their own little bridge thing. And then wizard guy has to, I guess, go all the way down and climb all the way up and somehow gets into the cave while they're still in there looking for getting the stone. They find the stone, and then the bird takes off with it, turns human, and that's what it was about. And they both run off. I don't think we see her turn human on screen. I don't think, because like, I don't know. I don't think it works for the bird to wish. It would have to be wizard guy, but you only get one wish, and he wishes later. He uses it to wish her back to being a bird. So I don't know. Yeah. Meanwhile, and there's a bunch. While we're following them through, they keep cutting back to the resort for some reason, because we have to follow Max trying to court his parents. Yeah, the only funny bit of this is when Jerry's flirting with the waitress, and Max is like, you should ask out, you should ask her out. Her is that your mom? What? No. I just think she was talking about you earlier. I'm like, why would I do that when I have a smoking hot babe here? Oh, come on, she's a dog. She's not the hall. And Max is literally turned into a dog. By the way, they never turned this woman back to human. The hall. Which, if it's that easy to turn someone into a dog and out of it, I assume, why is it so hard? I know that they tried to hint that Giselle was cursed. But, like, he tries to say it was an evil sorcerer, but, like, then she ends up being a bitch. So, whatever. We keep cutting back because we gotta put fillers again so we could reach the hour-and-a-half run time. Far be it from me to think what we could use it to actually push plot elements together. We gotta have filler with magic and them and trying to put them together, and he's losing his memories. Because I'm like, why can't Max go with him? Because we gotta keep him there so we can keep cutting back. Eventually, this leads to them trying to meet up with them, which they do, but they've lost the stone. So go get it! No. They decide that the only way they can reverse this is for them to have their Family Wizard competition. And the winner can then use their full wizard powers to reverse it. And I looked at the time, once they get to the Family Wizard competition thing, there was 15 minutes left of this movie. And I went, that's why we have to do this, so that we can run this out to an hour and a half, so then they can then fill it with commercials and air it for 2 hours on the Disney Channel. That is the only reason why we are doing this, because this Family Wizard competition means absolute shit. They go through the competition, and again, it could be as simple as, oh no, I fell down. Look, I win. But again, Jerry says, no, you have to actually do this or it won't work. Because again, you gotta fill out the runtime. So they do this, and Alex wins. And gets the full powers. But she doesn't know how to do a spell, and who would you look at that? Conveniently, Justin has lost his memories. Because it would be too easy for Justin to win and use his smarts to do it. No. Also, the order is wrong. They should be dying in order from... Well, technically, if we go back to future rules, it's oldest to youngest. But if technically youngest to oldest, so Alex should have lost her memory first. If Max is going first, then it should be her next. But she has to be the one to do this. But then, no. Teresa shows up with a stone because she confronted Giselle. And Wizard Guy turns Giselle back into a bird and gives the stone to her. She uses it to wish to be where they are because somehow, when Max disappeared, she remembered him. Don't ask me how that works. And so he's like, okay, you can, if you wish it right, you can get your brothers back and just keep for wizard's powers. Just wish for your brothers to be back. How would that stop them from disappearing? They'd be back, but then it's still not fixed. It would still start over again, right? Instead, she wishes that she never made that wish in the first place. And it takes her back just before she gets caught. She gets caught and still grounded. Because the parents don't remember anything, but the kids do. And so does the wizard guy. Why don't the parents remember anything? Because then she gets grounded and then starts kissing her ass. Like, oh, Mom, I'll do whatever you want. I'll go to do whatever you think. No! You were right. She was wrong. I get it. You have to teach kids that the moral is to listen to your parents. But in this case, fuck it. She's in the wrong. This parent is in the wrong. I'm sorry. But no, as a parent, I disagree. This is not good parenting. There's no way. No. I'm sorry. She should not be apologizing. Because Teresa, the parents should remember what happened, and they both should apologize and compromise. Instead, basically, Alex kisses her ass, and then she's like, well, you know what? Maybe you should go to the party. Yes. But then Alex goes, no, I'm going to spend time with my mom. No! What was the point of this whole thing if they weren't going to learn to compromise? That should be the lesson you are teaching to kids, is to compromise and do some of the stuff the parent wants to do some of the stuff the kid wants to do. But instead, you're telling kids, parents have ultimate control, and you should listen to them. And I get it, listen to your parents, sure. But you're telling kids that the kids should have no say in anything, which is not true. The whole family should get together and talk, and should work out things together and compromise so that everything works out for everyone within the family, not just for the parents. The parents, and being a single parent, parents should never have complete control over everything, otherwise you get anal ass bitch Teresa over here. You need a compromise where you can make a deal and everything. Yes, sure, the parents will always have something to hold over the kids. They're the parents. I gave birth to you. I brought you in this world. I take you out. Whatever. I don't know why it's not Mr. T from I want Balboa. I want to take him out. I want right now. He's afraid of me. I want you, Balboa. I'll take that title from you. That's what, But, yeah. Teaching the wrong lessons. Compromise is always the right answer. Talk it out. Don't just be like it has to be one way or another. Talk with your parents. Talk with your kids. And learn to compromise and work it out. Don't teach your kids it's only your parents. Because as a parent, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Okay? To have all the responsibility on us, good God, you know how fast we would crack? We look like we have it all calm, cool, and collected, but we don't know jack shit. All right? And I'm a single parent. If I was married, well, then my wife would be in charge now, wouldn't she? But, I know, I'm a bitch. See? But, I don't know. Have you seen any Marvel movie lately? Women rule the world. But, I'm just saying, compromise. Don't just go for parents have full carte blanche, because that's not how it should work. The family should talk to each other. The parents and the kids should talk to each other and come to a compromise to work things out. Again, she could have said, how about you go to the party, but you bring your brothers with you? And after this big adventure, she of course wants to spend time with her brothers now. So she would agree now. I'm just saying. I don't know. This doesn't feel like any vacation I'd want to go on if the parents dictate everything. We need to come together and compromise and work out. Okay, well, he wants to go here and I want to go there and she wants to go there. We'll do this, and this. We'll work out a plan. Not just, I'm the parent. We'll do what I want to do and none of what you want to do. That's not how it works. Compromise, people. Talk it out. Surprisingly, this went way down. It still has the heart of the show somewhere buried underneath all this bullshit. I mean, it was produced by the same people. I don't know who wrote this. Were they connected to the show? I don't know. This felt like a mandatory, we need to make this character not her character until she's not supposed to be her character. Then she could be the character. Because she is the most Teresa-like when it's after the wish. And she's actually the character from the show. Otherwise, she's anal mom throughout most of this. Before and after. I still say they should have retained the memories from that. I don't know why they don't. Everyone else seems to, kinda. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a middle of the road. I'm not gonna say not worth your time. If you like the show, you'll probably like this. Oh, Harper. She's in maybe 2 scenes that both end with, well, bye. And that just makes me think of Tombstone. Well, bye. I'm leaving now. Well, bye. Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. Middle of the road. It's a middle of the road. That's it. So what are your thoughts on Wizards of Waverly Place, the movie? And no comments, so make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I've been Sky, and I'll see you in the next one.